It's 4 o'clock in Los Angeles. It's 6 o'clock in Dallas, Texas. And it's 7 p.m. in Philadelphia. Hello, everybody. I'm Mad Dog the Scipio. This is What's the Buzz? It's Monday night, and different for a Monday night. Normally, we do Behind the Veil, as you can tell. But tonight, we are doing a special episode of What's the Buzz with Susie Singer Carter. She is an actress, director, producer, writer, most famously known for the film No Country for Old People, which we featured on the program previously. Tonight, she's back with a new cause and a new determination, and she will be joining us very shortly. In the meantime, we are without Amelia. She has left the show. Benny has left to pursue his own thing, and we wish them both the very, very best of luck. And Mikey Messier will be joining us as part of our. Here's Susie. Here she is.
Oh my God. Can you hear me?
You're fine. It's just telling everybody that, we actually, you know what? We got lucky because the show previously ran a couple of minutes late. So I was able to give you a quick phone call, so I could find out where you were.
I am so sorry. This is what it's like doing a nonprofit that you just started less than a year ago, and I'm like, and I love you so much.
It is a juggling act. It really, really is a juggling. I was just telling the audience, Susie Singer Carter has been here previously, but she is back with a new determination and a new cause, and we're going to talk about that tonight. But let's catch up. How you doing, kid? Obviously, you're feeling a little bit of pressure.
I think it's connected to my ear. There you are. Okay, got it. Okay, so I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I am absolutely wonderful. I have to be candid with you. The last time you were here, we banded together. We put up a good fight, and I have to tell you that I thought our show and the shows you've been doing with other people would make an impact, and it is moderately, but I got to tell you something. I'm really disheartened because the nursing home crisis is worse now than it's ever been.
Yep.
And that
I'm with you.
Yeah, that's quite disheartening, but fear not, I'm a fighter, and so are you. And I want to do something right at the top of the show, Susie, something we got to get out there, and I want to tell people that September is right around the corner, and ROAR is an organization. This is Susie's referred to nonprofit. This is ROAR. ROAR for LTC, long-term care. This is a walk, a national walk you're going to be doing in September to raise awareness and hopefully some funds to get people motivated to do something about the nursing home epidemic. It really is an epidemic at this point.
Yes.
So tell everybody about ROAR 2026 and this walk for long-term care.
Absolutely. So ROAR, which stands for Respect, Oversight, Advocacy, and Reform. And, I think the biggest challenge we have in the last part of that acronym is the reform. And that's because most people don't know the crisis that we're experiencing, and you don't know it until it's happening to you or your family. And at that point, it's too late. You're playing whack-a-mole, you're trying to juggle like I was doing before because you don't know what you're up against. And it is so stacked against families and caregivers because it's become over the past 5 decades. So I say that a little tongue in cheek. It hasn't become, it's been that way.
Yeah.
It's a cash cow, and it's $1 billion cash cow. It's been gamed. And because we are who we are. We're human beings. We don't like to think about getting older. We don't like to think about, the D word. And so we've very, very easily compartmentalized to say it's taken care of. There's Medicare and Medicaid. There's Social Security. Mm-hmm. Our loved ones are being taken care of. I wanted to believe that too. I got my mom into what's called a 5-star facility here in Los Angeles. I thought, and I would say on my podcast, which is about Alzheimer's, I'd say, oh, you guys, I can sleep. because I didn't want to put my mom at what comes a time when you have to, because they need more help than you can give them. And I
Yeah.
said, it's like I won the Academy Award as I got my mom in this 5-star facility. And come to find out, 5-star is nothing. It doesn't mean anything because you can buy those stars. So,
Yeah.
it's just, and I didn't know this. So no one's to blame. The only thing that we're to blame for is if once you know, you got to share the information. People need to know what's out there, and we need to come together as a collective, as the public, and use our power. Public pressure is the only thing that's going to make a change anymore, because anything that's ever been important in our nation, at least, has been changed through public pressure. It is the only currency we have against big lobbies.
The last time you were here, we talked extensively about your mom, and we talked about the fight that you took. And I want people to understand something. Susie Singer Carter is an actress, a writer, producer, and director. She is a quadruple threat, this lady. Don't let that pretty face fool you. She's a tough cookie. and I want people to know that you put your career on hold.
1 second. Let me just put my earphones off because they're dying. This is the nature of my life right now.
Okay.
There. I'm going to hear you 1 second. It's going to
take your time. You got all the time you need. Absolutely. You got all the time you need. Okay.
I can't hear you. Wait. Something's wrong.
I can hear you just fine here, Susie.
Bear with me, you all. It's worth it. Just wait for me 30 seconds and I'll have this fixed.
Absolutely.
So sorry. Keep talking.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Just letting everybody know, Susie Singer Carter is an actress, a writer, producer, director who put her career on hold, basically to take up this mantle, this fight that she didn't anticipate having to do. And so if you guys have ever had, there you go.
I'm back.
If you guys have ever had someone, a loved one, someone you cared about deeply in a facility, such as Susie had, and this is 5-star. This is not cheap. We're talking several thousands of dollars every month to have somebody, your loved one, look after. To find out that they're not being looked after, they're not being taken care of. They're squalling in their own feces, and many times, malnutrition, and I want to talk to you about that, because that is the biggest part of this epidemic, is the nutritional factor. These people are starving, literally starving to death
for many reasons.
These facilities,
for many reasons, and there's all different reasons why, but the main reason is understaffing, and understaffing is the root of all the problems, and that comes from the business model, because the most expensive line item in any business is your employees. So how do they save money? They save money by understaffing, and that puts a tremendous amount of stress. And it's abusive to the staff that are there, because they can't take care of the people and the amount of people that they have to take care of in a way that is humane, that's a way that is quality and dignity and all the things that everyone deserves when they're either disabled or elderly or both.
Yeah. Susie, you say something very interesting. It's abusive to and it's much more abusive to the patients. And I think the last time you were here, you used, or maybe perhaps it was the doctor on the clip I showed, used an interesting term. He equated this to herding cattle. Essentially, this is like herding cattle through these facilities.
It's warehousing.
Warehousing, yeah.
It's warehousing.
And I have a problem. I have a deep-rooted problem with this. My father died in a hospital from COVID that he didn't need to get. My mother passed away 10 days after she was diagnosed with a very rare leukemia. literally 10 days, right after her 90th birthday. Okay. And she contracted some sort of I guess, sepsis or whatever they want to call that.
Right.
In the care facility.
Right.
She told me prior to her passing, Susie, that you could hear the wailing bellowing down the halls in this place, and it was just gut wrenching to hear. And you can't. There's nothing you can do about it.
No.
There's nothing you can do about it.
No.
I have a problem with a medical model that we have here in the United States that that looks after profit before potential. You're dealing with people. You're dealing with people who have potential. They have the potential to get well. They have the potential to live again. They have the potential to survive, to not only survive, Susie, but to thrive.
That's
why
right.
I get so passionate about this. I was angry the last time you were here.
You should be angry. Everybody should be angry.
Yes, I am. Trust me.
Everyone should be angry. People say, Susie, you're so angry. It's really, and I said, but you should be angry. You should be angry. This is not what we pay for our Medicare and our Medicaid. That's what's there to take care of you as you either are disabled or elderly. And it's not like it's a gift. And you don't get to, it's not sent to you either. No longer, it's not like your Social Security where you're given your stipend and you use it as you see fit. Your Medicare and your Medicaid are not given to you. The government doles it out as it sees fit. So that's a problem because you're no longer the customer. They are.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So you are.
I can tell you, I can absolutely tell you that I collect Social Security because of a disability. Now, I'm on this now 31 years now, and I will tell you, it was like pulling teeth to get what's owed to me. I pay into this my whole life.
Right.
Okay, now I need it. Well, not so fast, Mr. DeCipio. Really? Oh, that's how we're going to play it. How frustrating is it for you? And I probably know the answer, but I want to hear it. How frustrating is it for you to have to deal with these morons on an almost constant basis?
Well, you mean now or before? During my mom's journey or now?
Well, let's talk about before, and now we'll talk about because everybody's going to see your mom here in a minute. But you talked about this previously, and I want you to address it again. But the other thing that we have to address is this new mantle, this new cause, because everything that you're doing now, including putting your acting career on hold for this, and let's just be honest about it, this is more than a cause. It seems to be an avocation, something you have to do.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice now.
I don't.
You're in this up to your neck, kiddo.
My puppet, as my mom would say.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me talk about your mother. Your mother was a sweet lady, and I never met her. But I'll tell you what, I would have got along with your mother. Let's take a look at this.
You would have.
I want everybody to see this.
Very clear. Our love is here to stay. Not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. Ooh, my dear.
And you have to wait for Rosa. She's coming. Go, Edie. She lets me know. Good girl.
Hi, Mom. It's me, Susie. What happened? What's the matter? You're hurting her. She's on the tube. Oh, it's bleeding. I know. So sorry.
I feel impotent to help my mom. She's in pain because they're not taking care of her.
Fighting for his dignity was a horrible battle from hell.
And I'm calling the nurse's station. There's no one picking up the damn phone.
My mother's death was a brutal death at the nursing home.
The nursing home can save as much as $1 million a year by keeping their staffing low.
The lack of staffing.
There's a big problem with understaffing.
Staffing is the root of all evil.
We live in a very ageist society. No one wants to see images of older adults. It doesn't sell.
I love you.
If you're specifically doing it to make sure that the patient just dies in 10 minutes, that's murder.
If being honest and having integrity gets you in trouble, keep doing it.
When cash is the primary reason for doing something anywhere in the healthcare system, people suffer.
There is the huge ethical issue within this industry is you are literally killing people to make more money.
They're trying to make her die faster than she wants to.
Do we care about the patients, the residents, or do we care about the finances of the healthcare industrial complex? And we have to look in the mirror and ask ourselves as a country, what are we going to do for our older adults, for our most vulnerable, for our loved ones? And I think that's why you're doing this documentary.
The term he used, it's branded in my psyche even from the first show. The healthcare industrial complex.
Yeah.
I have to tell you that is one of those polarizing words that needs to be heard. That phrase needs to be heard. You know, the healthcare industrial complex. If there was ever something that needed to be abolished, that's it. In a nutshell, that one thing, the healthcare industrial complex encompasses a plethora of healthcare agencies, from nursing homes to hospitals to rehab facilities, who, God forbid, the rehab. Please, I have a rehab here. My daughter worked in nursing. She had to leave nursing because she couldn't take it. You hear what I'm saying?
No, that's what I'm talking about, Angela. That's exactly when you said, like, is it abusive to the staff? Yes, it is, because they can't do the job that they went to school to do. That's in their heart. If they're a vocational caregiver, they're a vocational frontline provider, and they're being told, no, it's more important to write your notes and fill in your medical records. And no, don't fill them in that way, though. Don't be honest. Because,
God forbid, please.
God forbid,
Honesty in the healthcare industry.
So they're going home like your daughter with moral injury, because they're saying, how can I sleep at night knowing what's going on? And so the best of the best are leaving the industry because they can't do it. They can't.
Susie, she would come home. This girl would come home crying. I'm trying to help everybody, and you just can't do it.
You cannot.
There's not enough hours in the day. There's not enough time on a clock. You just can't do it.
That's exactly
So,
right. You know, Angela, that's exactly what it is. And that's
Yeah.
why the business model, when we have all the regulations, they've been CMS has them. They've been well thought out by people smarter than, me for decades, and they just are not enforced. They're not looked at. There's no oversight, and there's no penalty. It's the cost of doing business for them. And so what happens is that it just keeps perpetuating, and it's the problem that it is now, and it's escalating exponentially, because our public, the demographic of our senior citizens is growing faster than it's ever grown. The infrastructure isn't there. You don't have the workforce there. The people that often come and want to work in this industry are being told to leave the country. So now you have that on top of it. Now they're making people with disabilities live in nursing homes as opposed to living, independently, because they don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
So they're sending them off to live in a situation that isn't supported. It's not supported. Why isn't it supported? Not because there's not enough money from CMS, the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid. It's because you've got people, owners of these companies and these corporations, who have, own all the related businesses as well, like the management, the rental companies, the drug, the pharmaceuticals, your nursing agencies, and they jack up the prices because they're paying themselves. And then they tell CMS and they say, we just can't pay the staff that much. There's not enough money.
Well, here's the way, a sound business model works like this. Before the upper echelon gives itself a pay raise, take care of the rank and file first, number one. They, in turn, can take care of your cash cows, which are your patients. I hate that, pardon my language, but it fucking irks me like you don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I was promised myself I wasn't going to drop any F-bombs on this show.
It's hard not to do in this.
It's really hard not to do. I got two things going against me. I'm very passionate, and I'm Italian. So
I know.
And I can't help it.
I have one Italian thing. My stepdad was Italian. Una mano
God
lava
bless you.
Una mano lava la faccia, due mano lava l'altra. Right? Is that it?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's funny. We're talking about your mom. She was a singer.
Yes.
She was a very well-known entertainer back in her time. You are an individual with a high profile. Okay. You have a visible profile. Even with the fact that you put out movies and you direct and you act, you produce, you're working on your dancing skills. I saw that on your Insta.
The love of my life. I'm a frustrated dancer. Love it.
And so you have a presence. Why can't somebody just see you for who and what you are? A talented young woman trying to bring attention to all this. It's great. I just don't get it.
From your mouth to her ears, God's ears, please. I mean, honestly, we had Jane Fonda, my hero. She's 88 years old, and God bless her, is heading two other nonprofits, the Climate Pack and Democracy. She's unstoppable, and she talks about people that have visibility, that have voices, or even artistry. Like I thought with my documentary, if I could touch people in the hearts, that they would listen to the rest of it, and that we stand at the forefront, at the front lines of change, and it always comes down to the people. But it's so hard right now because there's so much noise out there. Everybody is on every platform. It's very hard. And even with Jane Fonda, she works, I'm telling you, I know she has a team bigger than mine, but every day, because I belong to all of her, her movements, but she's working it and working it, and working it. And it is so hard, you must talk about it, and you have to continue to talk about it, why I'm so grateful that I'm on your show, because first of all, I adore you. I love your passion. I love your unbridledness. I think we need more of that.
Here's the thing about me and this program. I've never been a wallflower. Hard to imagine, but I've never been a wallflower.
It's
I've
shocking,
never
right?
been shy about saying what I feel. It does get to you. It does get to the core of someone who has feelings, who has humanity. That's what's missing from the healthcare industrial complex.
Mm-hmm.
Humanity has gone by the wayside in lieu of profitability.
Yeah, it's wealth care. Wealth care.
I will tell you, it's funny you say that. It's funny that you say that. There's a health agency here in New Jersey that I am leaving soon. It's called Virtua Healthcare. They're the third largest medical health facility in the U.S. They have an umbrella with 50 or 60 different hospitals under it. I call it virtual wealth care because they do take care of themselves.
Yep.
We have a young lady. Oh, we got somebody in our chat. Let me tell you who this young lady is. Her name's Melanie Kragotsky. She is one of our regulars here. She's a regular listener of the show. She says, I'm a former certified nursing assistant, and the working conditions have been bad since 2003. She goes on to say, last year, my mom had a stent procedure on May 5th. She passed on July 22nd.
Oh, so sorry.
My heart goes out to you, Mel. My heart goes out to you. But this is what we're talking about. We're talking about people. This woman lost her mother. You did. I did.
Right.
I lost my mother and father within 3 years of each other.
Before their time, first of all, let me just say, Melanie, I was going to grab a book here. I read from Tender Loving Greed, this book in the documentary at the end, because I read from it these passages that you would think I'm reading from today, but this book, in fact, was written in 1974. And it's saying the same things that are happening today.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important that everybody understand what's going on, because as you saw it breaks my heart watching the trailer, because I remember feeling so lost and saying, I know my mom isn't ready to die. I'm not being stupid. I'm not being, delusional. I knew when my mom would be ready to die that I would know she wasn't ready to die. They didn't want to put the resources into her. So, she kept suffering from, she had a stage 4 pressure sore.
Mm-hmm.
She had sepsis. She had pneumonia. She had the failure of kidney, like 10% kidney failure. She had all kinds of things. And when she got out of the hospital, they kept her on a feeding tube. Are you kidding me? My mom is Jewish and Italian. Food is her life. What do you
exactly? Thank you.
I mean, hello. I said, my mother lives to eat. That's the only thing that's left for her. What do you? Oh, no, she might aspirate. I go, what do you think? I went online because I'm not stupid. I don't let the blonde hair fool you. I'm like, well, no, it actually says you can aspirate from a feeding tube much quicker than you can.
Absolutely. Well, that's why I told people at the beginning of the show, don't let the pretty face fool you. She's tough cookie, this one. It's hard for me even now. It's hard for me even now to watch that clip. But you have to. You have to. It's hard for me because when I see you tear up, knowing that you are helpless, completely helpless to do anything. It's just, I want to reach through the celluloid world and hurt somebody. I mean, that's what makes you visceral. It's visceral.
It is visceral. I mean, I think about I was there. I ended up having to go every day. I stopped doing whatever I could because I realized my mom, first of all, they weren't going to give her anything by mouth. So her mouth was so dry that it was like, I don't even want to just watch the documentary, but I've never seen anything like it. She was suffering so bad. It was like, this is not a way to live. and they wouldn't bring in a wound doctor. The hospice doctor was saying, well, your mom's going to succumb to it. Well, 6 months of torture, that's not succumbing. That's torture that she finally succumbed to because no one was taking care of her. They wouldn't write anything that my mom needed. They just wanted to put her on opioids and keep her, sedated, comfortable, as they say. Well, my mom, anybody that has a will to live, they're going to leave on their terms and when they're ready. And she, at the end, I knew it. I knew the night before she died, I said to her, Mommy, you fought like you fought. I'll just say you fought. And I said, you taught me how to live and you taught me how to die. And I am grateful and I'm angry, but you are a lady and you've done everything that anybody could want, and you did the best you could. So then I was like, I knew I had to let her go. But before, I fought so hard for her and I couldn't
I understand.
look at you and lie to you in your face. And you also have to deal with retaliation. If you cause a problem, they're going to treat you even worse. They're going to treat your loved one worse. And that's a real thing, retaliation.
Yeah.
Gaslighting is off the charts and on and on and on and on. So you don't, you just really, you start lowering the bar because you think, well, at least she had a good day today. At least they remembered to put music on for her and she's not in the dark.
Yeah.
And
I understand that the blessing that I have is, as far as my mother is concerned, and my mother, she was, and I tell everybody, God rest her soul, my mother was an acquired taste. She was a character.
I love it.
She really was. But the blessing in her passing is that it was very quick. It was literally days. They told her she had days, and they were almost to the day. And so that was the blessing there. My father, Susie, managed to get a phone call out before they took his phone away. And that pissed me off.
Yeah.
He managed to get a phone call out, and with this raspiness in his voice, because it was so dry, you could tell he hadn't had anything to drink. He said,
heartbreaking.
He goes, Ange, I want to come home. I said, Pop, I can't do for you home what they can do there. And little did I know that what they did there was fucking kill him.
Yeah.
I want to come home. And this, you were talking about a guy who lived for food. My father owned 3 restaurants. Okay.
Yep.
Food was literally his life.
Yeah.
He was a restaurant guy. Restaurant and catering. This is, and for him to die with nothing in his stomach.
And they tell you all this stuff, well, listen, they don't want to eat. They shut down. That's at the very end. They stop eating. If they don't want to eat, they'll do it. My mom was like a bird. If you watch the film, she was like, I'd come in with this, because they finally, after 4 months said, well, you can give her, some juice from a dropper, and so which I would do. My mom, it breaks my heart watching this, classy woman who gave so much in her life that I have to feed her like a bird with a dropper.
Yeah.
Or you can take her home. Well, they know I can't take her home because now her comorbidities are off the charts and they know I can't. So they're collecting Medicare and Medicaid at the same time, which is, we're talking about $1,500 a day. And that is, I'm not exaggerating. If you're
I know.
Medicare pays a good, that's why they push you into hell.
I have no doubt whatsoever. There's not a question in my mind of what you spent on a daily basis. There's not a question in my mind. Some of these facilities can be upwards of 17 to 21,000 a month, 25 or 30,000 a month. That's a salary for someone. You get
that's a good salary. That's a year's salary
for somebody.
Yes.
No, people don't understand this, but we saw the after, but we have to see the before. And that before comes in the form of a Susie Singer Carter film called My Mom and the Girl. And I want to find a copy of this somewhere because Valerie Harper is she's my girl.
Isn't she
And
the
when
girl?
when she passed, that was a big void in the entertainment world.
I give you a link and you can share it with everybody. I'll give you a link.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And what I'll do is I'll attach the link to this show so that people can click on it and download the film.
Yeah,
but
it was.
let's take a look at this. This is Susie
Okay.
Singer Carter's film. It's called My Mom and the Girl. Check it out. I think you'll like it.
That's my mom, the year she lived with me. The year I call my best and my worst. But either way, she's the love of my life.
Bitch! I know you're in there.
I knew she was getting worse,
It's 4 in the morning. Where are you going?
but I was not sending her to one of those places.
You have to put me in a home and live your life.
Oh, you're going.
Not yet.
You're not ready.
Baby, don't you worry about me.
Okay, I wasn't ready. But what could be better than living with people you know and love?
Who's your friend?
Nanny.
Does this look like a nanny?
And having the best caregiver in the world.
Yolanda!
For June, Nanny, Yummy.
Come on, let's go find your pajamas.
Hello.
Just figuring it
Sure.
out.
Sometimes you gotta fight through the bad days.
What's your problem, gorgeous?
Me?
Yeah.
Honey, you don't want to go there, trust me. What's yours?
She's sick.
Like hell I am. I am not sick.
But after the bad days,
What's not to love?
come the best days of your life.
Baby, don't you wait up for me.
Nanny.
What? You are my best friend, you dope?
I'm very wealthy. I mean, I'm just saying. Think about it.
Oh, I will.
It's good, isn't it?
It's one of my favorites.
Well, don't rush away. What are you doing?
I'm not saying it was easy.
Get away from me!
Who are you?
I'm saying it was worth it.
I love you.
Can I tell you that I almost didn't recognize you without your trademark hat?
Oh yeah. Ta-da!
There you go, right? I said, that looks like Susie, but where's the hat?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think people have become accustomed to seeing you with
Yeah.
any number of varieties of hat
I
on.
love a hat. I love a
Um,
hat. How good
yeah.
is Valerie Harper? I mean, Valerie, that is my mother. If you watch,
Yes.
if you watch the credits at the end, I gave you the link. You'll see Val and my mom. She used to go to the nursing home and see my mom. They loved each other. She said before she took the job, she said, I need to meet Norma. I need to meet her. And they were kissing on the lips before they left. 2 hours of singing together. Valerie, there's nobody like her. There was nobody like her. It was her last project with me, and she gave me the gift of a lifetime. And with such respect and such heart, and everything you see was so, yes, I directed and I wrote it, but she embodied it which is a very difficult thing to do, because to show the hard side of dementia and Alzheimer's, but to also show that there is the person is there, and that they still have so much to give. And it's just a beautiful, true story. I highly recommend it, not because I did it, but because it's just a beautiful story, and it's real.
And very, very well photographed. I loved your use of nighttime, and and a lot of people don't know how to shoot at night.
Oh, thank you.
From a cinematic. One of the things that I have to let, and I'm a little disappointed because we were supposed to have my co-host on tonight, Mikey Messier. He's actually on set right now filming.
Oh.
He is an actor, writer, producer, director, a quadruple threat like Susie Singer Carter. Mikey's actually working with Eric Roberts tonight, so they're doing a movie.
Good for him.
So,
Good, nice.
He said, Ange, I can't be on the show tonight. I said, are you in jail or are you on set?
There's only two choices.
With him, with Mikey, it's one of the two. He's either got in trouble or he's
Or
making
he got a
movie.
job. Yeah.
Exactly. God, it's just so many ways we could do this. Roar is, it has to take flight. Roar has to take flight. I don't know what, I'm just kind of brainstorming on the air with you right now. How do we get this out? Other than letting people know here that make your voice heard. Roar on September 27th, Sunday, September 27th, 2026. You can go to roar4, the number 4, LTC.org. It's roar for long-term care, LTC.org. Susie Singer Carter is spearheading this. This is her not-for-profit. I can't say the same thing for the healthcare industrial complex because they are all for-profit, big profits, in fact.
Yeah.
And it just, I can't fathom the human being. Susie, we got to talk about this. I can't fathom the human being that puts their profit margin, their personal raise above somebody else's mom, sister, brother, cousin, dad.
You know, Angela, I think one of the big things is that because of, we talked about it a little bit earlier, people are afraid to talk about getting older. People are afraid about dying, as we should be. But we've also, you know, and it's because of technology, all the things. It's very conducive to compartmentalizing life. So we've been, you know, it's very easy to justify and not want to feel guilty, and I get it. And you know, we've said, oh, they've lived a long life. It's a nice, healthy life. You know, 89, God, you know, God bless her. Well, when, you know, 89, blink and you're 89. Trust me. And, you know, and everybody that's 89 will tell you that. And not everybody at 89. I mean, just look at you know, Jane Fonda, who's 88, are ready to pack it in. They have value, but we've devalued them. We have devalued our elder population. If they're not bringing in a salary, that's how they're evaluated. So if you don't bring in a salary and you know, you are really basically you're not an asset. You are, you know, you're taking resources from our country. So we're looked at, you know, as, you know, just the lowest of the low. So that's one of the problems. And so people have justified, and it makes them feel comfortable, but they're, you know, and we've been proselytized to think that they're not worth anything, and that this is the best thing for them. If you talk to somebody when you're in a crisis with a loved one in a long-term care facility, they'll do everything to convince you that you're not looking at it properly. You're stressed out. You're in denial. You know, you're, you know, and you want to believe them because they're there. You want to hope that, you know, but your gut is telling you the opposite. Your gut is telling you when you walk into a room and someone you love is staring at a wall sideways in a dark room, you know, empty, not doing anything, that, you know, really we put dogs out of their misery. I mean, it's just not a way to live. And they become a liability, you know, to our society. That's the way that they are painted. And they become, you know, they're a drain on the economy, is the way they're looked at as well. And so, but there's businesses that are making money off of them.
Absolutely. So better believe it.
So some way they're being warehoused and, you know, used to make money from. That's the issue.
Yeah.
So, you know, nobody wants to go in a nursing home. Nobody.
No one
wants to. Nobody wants to.
No, I know my mother didn't. She passed in hospice. It didn't make anything easier, but there was almost a sense of relief that she wasn't suffering after that.
There is that, of course. But when you've got an industry, like you said, the healthcare industrial complex, and they know that putting someone in hospice prematurely, they are going to live longer because
Yeah.
they're not ready to die. But then you only have to give them comfort care, which means pain medication. They
Yeah,
take them off
that
all
was
their pain, off their medications. So the resources that they have to put out for these people are much less. So they're pulling in Medicare on a daily basis.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a win-win. That's a win-win. And that's why here in California, there's like, I don't know if you've been reading about it, but there's a huge fraud case about hospice
Yeah.
here because,
Oh, yeah.
that's what's going on. And people say, Susie, hospice is a very important program. Yes, it is. I'm not saying hospice is a bad program.
Mhm.
I'm saying it's been gamed.
Well, it's California isn't alone in this mess.
No, it's
Wisconsin is up to its eyeballs in Medicare, Medicaid fraud, defrauding nursing homes, defrauding individuals, family members, taking entire life savings. Well, if you take someone's life savings, how do you pay for their medical care?
Through Medicaid.
It's a catch-22.
Through Medicaid. And Medicaid, that's like I said, it is no longer your money.
Well, yeah, but and you just put your finger on. But here's the problem: what happens when you exhaust that? At some point, you will exhaust it.
Well,
and then you're back to square one, trying to figure out how to pay for everything.
Well, that's why people get granny dumped now. I hate the term, but that's what's going on.
Yeah.
And you've got people and those people that get granny dumped, they get picked up for trafficking, and people pick up these poor people that are, they have nowhere to go. They'll say, oh, we've got a home, we've got an extra room, come to our house. In the meantime, they're taking all their money and also not taking care of them. We've got a very terrible situation. And
Awful.
If we don't, how do we get people to join in on September 27th, which is now the National Long-Term Care Reform Day? We actually, we registered it as that. And I wish that it was only 1 year of it, because that would make me, so happy. But I want representation in every state, because it's so important to send that message that this is not just California. This is not just Wisconsin. This is Alaska. This is Hawaii. This is North Dakota, South Dakota, all of them. We have 25 states represented right now with over 30 walks within those states. So more than one walk in a state, that's great. I want the rest of the states. Why?
Yes.
I'm not making any money off it. I'm working my tushy off. But
Yeah,
what I want
I
is
know.
I want to make a statement. I want everyone to know, the public to know, this is going on everywhere. Nobody is, they're not going to be shielded from it. It's going to happen to you or someone you know, and probably both. And if we don't take care of it now, our children will inherit this problem. And the problem will only, as I said, get exponentially bigger. And it just is, that is what is happening. And the less we look at it, the more it can be gamed. The system will be gamed. We have a very, very, very powerful lobby, just like the pharmaceutical lobby. It's the nursing home lobby that has taken over with as Rick, my partner, Rick Moncastle, the former federal prosecutor, will tell you. Oh, someone just said, yeah, there you go. That you walk in with bags of money, right? They walk in, they have seats in our legislation. So they sit there and then they are voting on what bills get passed and what don't. And that's what's going on. Why hasn't traditional advocacy worked? Why? Because we don't have enough people putting the pressure on our government, on the politicians that make those decisions. It's so important for us to take our power, which is our constituency, because, I just finished reading Cory Booker's book called Stand, which is, if you want to feel good about grassroots movements, read this, because it is brilliant. And like
Cory is our state senator here in New Jersey, Cory Booker.
I like him. I like what he says. I don't know him as a person, but I'm just saying what he said, the power of the people.
He's very approachable. Susie, he's very approachable.
Can we get
I'm
to
sure,
Cory?
Yeah,
I wrote him, but I haven't heard back, but I did write him.
I'll tell you what, I'll reach out and see if I can do some damage on this end.
That would be great, because he has been talking about caregivers, and he went through it with his parents. And he says the power of the people is greater than the people in power. I believe that.
The Melanie says, I blame the doctors who write the orders for bags full of pills which interact with each other. That's a problem here in New Jersey. These lethal cocktails is basically what they tantamount to. She also says once they take them home, once they take their home, you're kicked out and homeless. And so what the problem is, and that's a real problem here on the East Coast, is if you can't afford it, they'll take whatever they can take from you. They'll seize your assets. They'll take your home. They'll take your car. Anything that of value that they can get money for.
True.
Some way of restitution. Melanie says a lot of nursing homes have done away with memory care units and use 2 full floors for physical therapy. And I spoke about physical therapy earlier in the show. My daughter, of course, as I said, she couldn't work. She couldn't do it anymore. It was just so personally decimating for her.
Right.
I want everybody to look at Susie Singer Carter, the filmmaker who did My Mom and the Girl. You can find it here. It's on Vimeo. Go to vimeo.com / write this down, folks. I'll do it slow. Vimeo.com / 2667 72460. That's a series of numbers. Vimeo.com / 2667 72460. That is My Mom and the Girl. It's a hell of a teaser, and it's going to be a hell of a movie once I finally sit down and watch it. And I will.
It's a short film. We were Oscar qualified for that, by the way, and I'm very proud of that film. And
beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. I just love it. It just fills my heart. I love Valerie. So I just want to say that please go to the website, see what state is represented. If it's represented, maybe you can come and walk with us. If not, maybe you would like to organize a walk in your state, in your community. It doesn't have to be big, as long as we're represented. If you have 20 people or 2,000 people, you're saying something, because someone in your community is going to say, what are you talking about? Why are you? And you're going to, and it's a ripple effect. And it's also going to tell the government and all of the people across the country that there is an issue, because we haven't talked about it. We need to talk about it publicly.
Yeah. Susie, I wish I had another hour to give you, but I can rectify that very easily by bringing your hiney back here again.
Anytime. I love you. I love you. Anytime.
I love you too, kiddo. We gotta hit this hard. We have to hit this hard. When I found out that the nursing home crisis actually got worse instead of better, I was like, what the hell is going on? What happened to humanity? God, it's just I just shook my head. I went, this can't be, this has got to be wrong. It's got to be a typo. It's got something's wrong here. But no, sure enough, do your research, and it's gotten exponentially worse. It's horrible.
And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, every day the win that I get in my sales are the instant messages and the direct messages I get, and emails from people saying, you told my story. I thought I was going crazy. It's heartbreaking. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't get there. Don't get there. Like, you don't want to get there. It's so painful. It is so inhumane. I don't want anybody else to have to go through this. And right now, as we're talking, it is happening right now. Someone's suffering. So that's why I do this every day. Can I say one other?
You can say anything. You got the platform here.
Well, I know we've been talking for over an hour, but I just want to say, the doctor that you love what he said about industrial complex, the healthcare industrial complex. That's Michael Wasserman, who's a gerontologist and also has been a CEO of a very big chain, and became aware of what was going on and left that chain. So he knows both sides. And when I asked him in the documentary, I said during COVID, a lot of people were isolated because they were so understaffed, and it got worse because their staff was coming down with COVID. He said, Susie, during the first year, over 200,000 residents died before their time, and not from COVID, but from failure to thrive because they were isolated. And I said, how many of those died alone? Most of them.
Yeah.
That's more than people died in Vietnam. That's an astounding number. If you think about that waste of life, that should tell you something about what we're doing.
That's what happens when bureaucrats and politicians prioritize don't prioritize. How do you, I said it before, I'll say it again. How do you turn your back on humanity like that? How do you live with yourself? How do you sleep at night? A 21-year-old girl is up at crying in the middle of the night because she saw somebody gets ill and not taken care of. How does a 50, 60-year-old bureaucrat live with that, knowing that they probably have a mother or father still around?
It speaks to our society. It speaks to the fact that we don't have a community, that we're individualistic, and you know what,
Susie, I'm gonna hit you up over here on the air. There's a lawyer in that film. I would love to, at the end of the film, the attorney, healthcare attorney. I would love the next time you come here to bring him with you. I'm inviting you and because I've got a packet like this of questions to ask him.
Ernie Tosh, the heavy set guy. Yeah.
I would love to pick his brain because I literally have like 13 pages of questions.
Well, I love him. I will ask him absolutely, because when I went to Texas to interview him, and I said to him, please say it like it is. Don't sugarcoat it. And when he said, they are literally killing your loved ones to make more money. Yeah. And I was like, that's it. You said it. That's it.
He said it, and he wasn't shy about it, and you can't be. You cannot acquiesce to the powers that be. You've got, it's fun. We just added, and we talk about like-minded minds. We just added 2 more shows onto our network. One is, we did.
Did you?
Yeah, we did. We added 2 more shows onto our network. I'm going to show you them. Yeah, I'm going to show you them right now too. Really good stuff too. It's right here. This is our newest Truth Unfiltered.
Love it.
Let me put this over here. Truth Unfiltered. No filter, no fear, just the truth. And the other one, my personal favorite, and I have it right next to it, is right here. And that's, come to Papa. There you go. There it is. I found you. Voice Unbound. Voices Unbound. That's me, the big mouth.
We need you. We need you. We need 100,000 of you.
From your mouth to God's ears, baby.
Yes, yeah, at least. Listen,
Voices Unbound and Unfiltered Truth. They are the newest shows on the network.
That's your East Coast out of you. That's the East Coast. My mom was from Asbury Park, and I would always I had
Jersey girl.
She was a Jersey girl, and my mom. I always had the disease to please. My mom would say, "What do you care? They don't like you. I don't like you. You don't like me. I don't like you. Have a nice life."
That's why I think it was absolutely brilliant. I think it was serendipitous that Valerie Harper played your mother. That had to happen.
Had to.
I can't unsee it. I can't unsee Valerie, because if you look at your mother in those early pictures from the that's Val.
Sisters. They look like sisters.
They could be sisters. Susie,
sisters.
You have a friend anytime you want. I love you, kiddo. Thank you for shedding a big bright light on this horrible subject matter, but somebody's got to talk about it. Any last minute plugs, anything you want, go for it.
Oh, just please join, just go to the website, see if your state is represent it. If it's not, please fine. And if you can't do it, I totally understand. Maybe you know somebody in your parish or your synagogue or the gym that you go to. Somebody, there'll be passionate people that'll say, oh, that sounds great. That'll give me agency to do something. Here's your chance to do something. And I'm telling you, we have the power.
I put something in the private chat for you. So hold on to that if you want it.
I have it. Is it the same? I love it. Thank you.
You got it.
It now.
You got it. Well, we have to say goodnight. We are past our time tonight. For Susie Singer Carter, please, folks, go to roar for LTC.org. Do it. Do it now. Don't wait. Don't waste time. Do it. I promise you will not regret it. For Susie Singer Carter, I am the Mad Dog. I will be here tomorrow night. Great topic. You're going to love this one, Susie. The new Hollywood celebrity pitchman. Why the fuck do we listen?
That sounds good. I think that's
our show tomorrow night.
That's appointment
and that's
listening.
Exactly what it's called.
I love it. There's nobody like you. There isn't.
Thank God for that.
Thank God for that. Yeah, but you're
That's
just
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Susie, you take care, folks.
I will.
We will see you, God willing, Lord willing, the creek don't rise, like Papa DeCipio used to say. Tomorrow's promised to no one, so make today count. We love you all. Take care, folks. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.